Friday, traders. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. I just realized that I had to close my close my office door so you guys can see me. A little bit of a disaster this morning. Excuse the mess. Stuff all over the place. Batteries and headsets. I don't know what happened with this video, but now it's like I have to make an adjustment on the camera because it's wider angle than it used to be, which is fine. It's just it's like you guys can see my disaster area all over the place, and my shake, my protein shake. How's everybody doing? So just when the market, you thought the market was bearish, then we got a big bounce from the 43.75 levels. So let's not forget, Raj says you want to see more of you. Let's actually, if I could just have a video of like maybe my nose, that would be great. You know what? I'm going to try to do something real quick. Just because you said something. No. I want to do this. Oh, here we go. Zoom. Oh, it's disconnected or in use by another application. Hold on. Let me try this. Boop. Okay. I'll mess with it later. Now I know what to do. I know what to do. Yeah. So anyway, going back to the charts, you know, the market, obviously we're still in a bullish wedge. You guys should know that. I mean, you know, for us to bounce from the support, not super surprising. But I'll say what? One of the things that I'm thinking about is, you know, as far as equities go, is that, you know, we are starting to see, and, you know, I should say we're starting to see, we have been seeing for a while, cracks in the surface, below the surface. You know, I mean, look, I'm long dollar max, you know, it's holding support. I bought some dollar rand this morning. I long US dollar Norwegian krona. It's still holding its breakout point, you know. So I look at like things like this, you know, currencies like this, and I have to think, you know, these are holding up really well. Again, the day that the market rolls over, the day we see the S&P break through support, break through that, let's just call it 4,300 roughly. You know, the day we break through 4,300, it's going to be a nasty, nasty fall, and the moves that we would see in currencies would be pretty dramatic. Now, I just made an assumption that it's going to break down, that we're going to break lower, but that's, you know, obviously that's not 100%, and we're not completely sure of that. But it does seem like to me that is the realistic, you know, possibility. You know, moving forward, I think it is. So, and you know, we're trying to get through the summer months, but I also feel that, you know, even any dip that we have is still going to be fairly minor. So, like, let's say we had let's say the S&P broke and we broke through all the support. You know, maybe 4,100. This would be like, I mean, there's the 127% extension. There's a spike low, probably just enough to trigger, you know, trigger some stop loss selling, maybe 4,100. I think that in order for the market to really start to reverse lower, we'd have to see, you know, earnings come in light. We're going to have to see, you know, the Delta variant, you know, become more of a problem, something like that. So for right now, I just don't see it, at least, looking ahead over the course of the next few months. But hell, for right now, you just have to imagine that we're still bullish. The market is still bullish in a still very bullish wedge. No reason to be bearish. It doesn't mean that you can't play counter trend or counter counter, I say counter trend, but counter what's the word I'm really looking for? Like I'm trading, I don't want to say I'm trading counter trend, because in the FX market, I'm really not. I'm trading against the grain as far as what the overall trend of risk assets are. So risk assets continue to press higher, but I'm trading opposite of that. So I'm kind of fighting that trend, if you will. But you also have to imagine, if you're going with the trend, for example, you're like, wow, stocks are almost at all-time highs again. We're just, bouncing, holding. And you bought the Aussie over the last couple of days, you're flat to down, right? It's almost easier right now to trade against the grain of risk assets if you're trading in currencies, right? I mean, it has been. I'm profitable, so it's definitely been easier that way. Maybe that'll change soon. I don't know. Sorry, I'm drinking my shake before it gets all melted. Berries, bananas, vanilla. It's good. Protein, pea protein. It's good. Okay. Let's just take a real quick walk around the markets, just because obviously it's it's slow. We're in the summer months, so a little bit of a doldrum here. Every time the euro gets up to 118.90, it gives you an opportunity to short it. And it has on multiple occasions. I did it yesterday. I did not do it today. I should have done it today, but I didn't do it today. Instead, I guess I did a similar trade. Instead of shorting the euro, I bought the US dollar Norwegian krona this morning. So I guess you could say it's, I did that trade just with a different vehicle. I expressed the same thing through a different vehicle. The cable, I have zero interest in trading the cable while it's trading here. None. If it gets to the upper or lower end of that range, I might think about it. Aussie, I mean, the only reason why the Aussie's back where it's at 170 or at 73.90 is just because stocks are at their highs. But until we get above 74 and a quarter, not interested. Nope. I have not been trading the Kiwi. I haven't, but that's, if you guys want to figure out when or how it would get to channel support, if you want to look at channel support like that, you have to break below this trend line, and that only gives you maybe 20 or 30 pips lower whenever that happens, if it happens. Dollar Canadian's holding up really well. That probably has to do with the weakness in crude. Crude can't even get back above 71. Okay. US dollar Norwegian krona, higher lows holding above 870. Dollar max holding well above that that support. But I would say that now really key support, if you want to be long the dollar max, which I'm long, but I'm risking below 1970. You could really just be long here, risking below 1977 if you really wanted to play it that way. This will get my attention. Actually, I'll just put an up alert right here. This will get my attention, just to, be really careful. Rand, 38% retracement, horizontal support. Dollar index, not a lot going on here. Dollar yen. Let's talk about the dollar yen for a minute, because we were breaking support, or broke support. We're bouncing. We're kind of just really at a inflection point here. I'll reiterate, if you want to be short while below 109.35. I don't know if I would want to short it if it got above that. I don't know if you really want to trade it much right now. I know Tony in the chat room I briefly caught a glimpse that he was buying down here below 109. Pound Aussie, Euro Aussie, all coming under a little bit of pressure. Euro's trading kind of heavy. Here's the Euro Kiwi right at support. This is one I've been thinking was going to break out for a while, and I am not long, but I'm having a hard time actually shorting Kiwi dollars right now. But that's probably a pretty good trade, being long right around here. Again, I don't have any exposure here. I'm just thinking out loud. Let's take a look at yields. Here's a 10-year bouncing off the lows, so not creating new lows. How about the 30-year? Holding the lows as well. Gold and silver, nothing happening there. Bitcoin, big rejection. Ethereum, was really thinking we'd get up here for rejection, but still looks kind of heavy. Other than that, guys, that's it. Anything you want to see? Anything I can look at for you? Cedric wants to see crude. Let's take a quick look at it. That's interesting. We completed that pattern. I remember I drew this morning, right? We were trading at 70.53. I hadn't even looked. I didn't even know that we extended the whole way. But I drew this out. Boom, boom, boom. And we basically hit that target and bounced. And right now, I would say if you were long because you played it on the bounce, I would say you probably are thinking taking some profits here. That's what I would be thinking. Okay. All right, guys, quiet day. Be careful. And Alexander, we'll see you tomorrow. Lorraine, bye-bye. And yeah, you guys just take it easy. Just, trade a little smaller if you can. Less exposure. Is summer months. You can't try to make, tons of money on days like these. It's going to be kind of slow. So just, be more careful than anything. All right. The key to these types of markets are just staying alive, chipping away a little bit, and then coming back to fight another day. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. See you later.